Hi, friends. I'm a man who goes by the name of Host Eric. Some people call me the Space Cowboy. To the best of my knowledge, nobody's ever called me the Gangster of Love, but a man can dream. So, we're out here in the backyard starting a stream entitled Was His Name O? What was his name O? Naturally, his name O was Bingo. The gambling activity slash sport that Rachel and I engaged in just yesterday evening when we played bingo at the senior center in Mariposa. It was some thrilling, fast-paced bingo action, let me tell you. I gotta get my propane torch so I can kill mosquitoes with it. I'll be right back. I'm hopeful that Rachel's gonna come out here and have the chat on her phone. I'll get my glasses too. We'll be right back. As usual, I prematurely jumped the gun here. Started the stream before I was fully ready. Remember, killing mosquitoes is just part of what makes me such a wonderful man. Katie, do you want to go inside? Here you go. Go in. Nothing, I'm just sitting in my chair. So, chair time with Eric. Soon to be chair time with Rachel and Eric. Plus mosquito killing time. They're not to be found, of course, now that I got my weapon. Those cowards. Those cowardly mosquitoes only want to attack an unarmed man. Well, I guess one can only complain so much about the absence of mosquitoes. Oh, what is that? Oh, it looks like it's a stink bug. If it's a spider, it's a huge ass spider. Yeah. We got a screen door. You want me to get you a chair? Yeah. We're gonna eliminate any mosquitoes around with Eric's mosquito fire treatment. Fine, motherfucker. I should really just throw that chair away. Because it's broken. Alright, there you go.
Thank you.
You could call this Porch Time with Eric and Rachel. We got some nice white flowers behind us. You can't really see them very well. I was trying to. Let's see if that helps any. That's a nice angle. Put it a little more like that. There, isn't that scenic? We have a nice scenic backdrop. Yeah. So anyway, a lot to talk about in terms of important things done. I still didn't get my glasses. Can you get the thing up on your phone?
Sure thing.
The Barizat. Hi, CJ O'Connell.
Winston's mom's here as well. Dollars.
Well, it's been a busy Saturday, a productive Saturday, and also a Saturday of existential angst. Because we were supposed to have a yard sale today.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say we didn't have a yard sale today. So, that was kind of like an intuitive hard wall on my part, mostly. Probably should never have signed up for it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm getting all the mosquitoes with my fiery flames of death. So, like that one right there. Die, die. All of you die. Hopefully I can rid the area of mosquitoes adequately for us to sit out here for a bit. We're not like inundated with them, but as I mentioned before, it doesn't take a lot of mosquitoes to start to bother you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And this is probably the most mosquito-y place around the house right here.
Yeah.
Look at that bug.
Oh.
Is that one of those big-ass ants?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I think this is a so-called bullet ant, also known as a cow killer ant. Let me make you short. Even shorter than that. Watch out, kitty. Okay, I'll let you in. Hold on. Okay, here's the cow killer ant. If you have any cows you want dispatched of, there it is. Can you see it? I think that's what it is. Maybe it's something different. Do you see it? Can you look on your phone? Can you see it? How about now? What kind of bug is this? Let's play what kind of bug is this. This one looks different than the actual cow killer ant we saw before.
Yeah, it does.
This one looks more like a beetle, maybe.
Someone guessed the beetle. So does that.
Little pet guessed a beetle.
Crabtree says beetle too.
Yeah, okay. Well, that one looks different than the one we saw before. From a distance, I couldn't tell without even if I had my glasses on. I knew this one looked black, whereas the other one was brownish red.
Yeah.
But once I got up close, I saw it's actually not furry. More beetle-ish. Some kind of beetle.
Yeah, some kind of beetle.
If it's the Indonesian house-destroying beetle, let me know and I'll kill it.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're back in business and better than ever. Hi.
Hi.
I'm host Eric, and this is Rachel. And together we're talking with famous people.
Everyone says it looks like a beetle.
Okay, everybody. You win. It's a beetle. Now the question is, which kind of beetle is it? Is it an Indonesian house-destroying beetle? Inquiring minds want to know. Get away from me, bugs. Just get away. Just give up your fight. Give up your fight against justice. I am the bringer of justice to the beetles, the mosquitoes. Beetles, they're fine usually. I don't really have a problem with beetles. They're not that known for doing a lot. They just kind of walk around. I'm not even sure if they ever even eat anything. They just kind of walk around.
Yeah.
And it's a beetle's life. That beetle, he's like massaging the house.
Yeah, he is.
Giving it little pets for some reason. Alright, you bugs. I'll try not to flame you, don't worry. I'll try to get the bugs around you. There. We
Well done.
should get a bug zapper.
Yeah, we should.
That would make summer evenings a lot more fun.
Yeah, it would.
They'd just be like buzz, buzz, buzz all the time.
We really should get one.
If you like to watch insect genocide, it's a lot of fun. But you remember that lady on Naked and Afraid, who didn't want to kill the Black Widow
Oh, yeah.
eggs because she didn't want to destroy a micro ecosystem or whatever. And then one night, like a bug crawled on her, and the next morning she was there, like, kill him!
That's the way it goes.
Yeah. So I did get no speed yet. And that obviously is sad. Anybody's going to be sad about that. Even the Pope would be sad about that. I'm going to kill mosquitoes. When they fly around me, I will shoot them with this. I typed a lady today. She was an ISFJ. She'd come in thinking she was an ENTP. Incorrectly. So she gave me some of the most classic TE polar answers I've ever heard. When I asked her the two pizza question, you've got two pizzas. One takes 40 minutes to cook. One takes 30 minutes to cook. You got one timer. How do you cook them both at the same time? She tried to add the total number of minutes together to make a new like. So you're like, wow, I guess you gotta cook it for 70 minutes. When I asked her the optimal number of steps to cutting your hair, she said one. She didn't give me a number out first. She just said, well, first you have to have the stuff you need, like scissors and stuff. And then second, watch a YouTube video on how to cut your own hair. And then third, do what it says. That's some TE Polar right there. So then you ask yourself at a certain point, Eric, what do you do when you're frustrated by your inability to get speed? I called my doctor on Friday and I finally broke down and said, can you prescribe me Vyvanse instead of Adderall? Because this is ridiculous. Every month I can't get it. It's insane. Well, my doctor did not just straight up call in the new prescription like I was hoping. So, means no drugs for the weekend. Which is not necessarily the worst thing in the world. I am kicking a little bit of a chest cold. It's good to get plenty of rest. Um, you know, etc., etc. I might be, I couldn't see it.
I might be a diabolical eye heart beetle Philodes
I got my glasses. I'm gonna get my glasses. There.
Howdy, howdy. I'm in a snacky mood. Got my peach rings. Honey Dijon potato chips. Giving you guys some ASMR right now with my chewing. The gummy. I know you're like so entertained right now. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff done today. A lot of stuff done. Yeah, a little bit of beverage. It's nice. I don't know. 70, maybe 69 degrees. That was very daring. Host Eric just had a handful of ice cubes. That's like bold maneuver right there.
Carried it all the way from the kitchen to the outdoors.
Yeah, I'm hooked on peach rings, Winston's mom. Eric mentioned it just one time, and ever since that one time, it's like I can't get enough of peach rings.
She's living the peach ring dream. We got a cabinet full of them.
Yeah.
Internet info seems like a nice guy. Having a speaking around seems to come off strong for an INFP. I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah, Dallas Norwood is only like 15 minutes away because I'm in Easton. I guess it doesn't matter if I have to say that I don't have to try to advertise it out. Well, it's obvious that Northville would be next to Easton because they're both kind of near Westing times and also Southville. You're pretty sure that beetle is a harmless kind. That's good. Known as a Bavarian harmless beetle.
Mm,
It looks different than a stink bug. I've seen stink bugs. Is the mic not working? Oh, I know.
oh, that's why.
It's because it's on Rachel's shirt. That's fine. Now it's on my shirt, and you should be able to hear me more clearly. With the loudness of 1,000 lions. You want to hear my lion imitation? Roar. Thanks. That's what real lions sound like. I'm doxing you further because I already told everybody that CJ stands for cock jockey.
Somehow that feels like right.
Well, you interpret it however you want, right? It means any number of different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roars are pretty lifelike. Of course, we've seen lots of livestock. I mean, not livestock, wildlife around here. Like we saw a hare yesterday running across the road.
Yeah.
Rather a large hare, I would say.
Yeah, it was a rather large hare.
It was actually a pubic hare. And you don't see those running across the road very often.
Oh.
No, it was an Hare. Hare. That kind. And there was a deer right down here in the gully yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I've never quite settled on exactly what to call that, but I think I'm settling on the gully. You could call it a ravine. Probably best deemed a ravine, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Or an arroyo. It'd be a little small for an arroyo, probably. I don't know. The gully. So anyway, let me tell you about all the things that have happened. We had to do all kinds of things today, even though we didn't have any speed. We called the flour cake lady and asked them to refer us to a officiant. We called the officiant. We got the officiant locked in for July 8th, 6 p.m. We just finalized the time of the wedding at 6 p.m. We got to send an update email to everybody who RSVP'd anyway, that the time is at 6 p.m. Then I had a typing. Then we had to call the caterer and leave a message saying this time we have a change of number of people and time, and anyway. And then I called my friend Dave Porter that I needed to call for a while. I called Delilah, I needed to call her. And The pubicless public. Well, you know, I think becoming pubicless is more trouble than it's worth. I'm not sure it's really worth much of anything, and it's a lot of hassle and bumpy, irritated skin, you know.
Yeah. And grow hairs.
Yeah.
It's nice to feel like an adult too, and not like a child.
Also, everybody should remember the old saying, unless you're Stanley Kubrick, it's best to go pubic. So there's an exception for Stanley Kubrick.
Also, he doesn't
He
go.
should go pubicless.
Oh, really?
Unless you're Stanley Kubrick, it's best to... No, wait, that doesn't work.
Yeah, same.
It's worst to go pubicless. Unless you're Stanley Kubrick, it's worse to go pubicless, is the old saying. So Stanley Kubrick, he has to shave his junk. But that's just because he's got such a massive thicket of pubes. Like, he can't find pants voluminous enough that his pubes don't stick out the top of them. Oh, you fucking mosquitoes. You need to fucking die, all of you.
Seriously, they really do.
Oh, horrible mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are the devil's pet.
Yeah, they're the devil's favorite animal.
Yeah.
They just go around making everything less fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's their whole purpose in existence. Let's make holidays and wilderness outings less fun.
Yeah. Mosquitoes are now
Well, they are susceptible to being burned by fire. That's one of their weak spots. They're weak against fire. Because they're grass Pokemon. Grass Pokemon are weak against fire. Come over here, motherfucker. Come try to get me. Come on. You know you want me. Did I get you? Got you. Fly away, huh? Coward. Come fly into the fire, why don't you?
Yeah, that's where the real fun is.
Yeah, real tough mosquitoes fly into the fire. Apparently we got pussy mosquitoes around here. So, bug zapper would probably help. We could, hang it off that tree over there.
Mm-hmm.
And it could just zap mosquitoes all night long.
Zap mosquitoes all night long.
And all kinds of other bugs, too.
Do you think the place in town will have?
A bug zapper?
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe they will. And maybe, just maybe, they won't.
Chance we might have to see.
Yeah. This is the sort of thing where you got to either call them or go there.
Yeah.
I'm not a big call them kind of guy.
No.
I prefer to go there. All right, Kapil, you want to go inside? Here you go.
That's wonderful, kitty.
So, sometimes you have to ask your life, what are you doing right now? What's going on with all this stuff? This is one of those times. It's like, I kind of feel like having fun, but I'm kind of still pouting about not having any speed. The cat wants to come outside again as soon as we let her in. These cats. They are really exciting cats.
They are exciting cats.
They're the kind of cats you can write home about. Besides, he would absolutely destroy me with the hours he puts in playing meow meow meow. I guess you're talking about somebody who you'd consider playing against a video game against. Could be. It's hard for me to keep up with the chat. I gotta lean forward in anticipation of one coming up and then read as much of it as I can before it disappears.
Mm-hmm.
So, wedding's coming along. We're getting, oh, Jen's Daniel stream himself playing Civilization 6. We're currently playing actual Civilization.
Oh.
Yeah. We're living in a civilized way, engaging in civilized discourse, and promoting the values of civilization. I'm pro civilization. Funny enough, you don't seem that different with or without speed, but it seems like you put in more hours. Yeah. Well, I'm more generally motivated, but also I can,
Got him.
if I last a long enough time without speed, I can become normal Eric. And normal Eric is actually quite energetic. Uh, it's been a while since I've been normal Eric for an extended period of time. Well, normal Eric, it is more energetic than current Eric. Current Eric is still on the tail end of shifting off of various drugs, like doing a bunch of Stratera, which didn't exactly keep me up, but didn't exactly let me rest either. It was kind of a weird drug. I slept on it some, but um, I found myself this morning after a full night's sleep, kind of puffy-eyed and not very well rested for some reason. Anyway, I tend to attribute to the slabs. I tend to attribute to the slabs when and whether I get my drugs. It's like I tend to think, well, if I can't get it, it's because I'm not supposed to have it yet. Like I am still kicking this chest cold a little bit, and I could probably use another couple of good night's sleeps. Hopefully, I'll get it on Monday, if not like Tuesday. Getting it later means it'll last a little longer into the month. Maybe it'll time out better in terms of the sleepy week preceding the wedding. You know, I do have some plans to. I plan to go to an A's game on this homestand, one of the weeknight games. I think it's the 15th or the 16th. I want us to go to another A's game. I want us to get like basically a white dish towel and write on it or like a bigger one maybe, write on it in Sharpie, the Shea Langoliers fan club. And then every time he comes up to bat, we'll stand up and we'll hold it up and we'll cheer for him.
Yeah.
And I bet you will get on TV.
Yeah.
And
We are really shailing him.
yeah, and we'll encourage him to not strike out. He strikes out an awful lot. He's hitting right around 200, and you know, he's struggling at the plate a little bit, but he's a good defensive catcher. He's solid. He's a solid defensive catcher. CJ O'Connell, you live in South Central LA now? Wow, what a dramatic change of location. You went from Boston to South Central? Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see that one coming either.
I guess CJ took up the offer to join the new reinvented NWA.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
I always knew he was Artie.
they call him ICJ.
Oh no, Pee-Pee.
Okay, alright, hold on, cat. You can't scratch at that one. Come on. You coming or not? Come on. These difficult cats. I want to put this up to.
That sounds like a TV show. These difficult cats.
These difficult cats is a TV show, but not as good. God damn it! Freaking god damn it! That's a TE fuck up.
Sorry.
It's okay. It doesn't want to work the way I want it to. I want to show the white flowers. There. And of course, I kick another thing over before I'm done. Of course, now you can't see me at all. So, Eric's comical parade of failures. That's what we call this phenomenon here. Oh, the relentlessness of my failure. It really is bothering me. Can I just stop failing for a second, please? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Boy. There. I got it. I can look at it on this phone here. I made it work. Now you can see the white flowers. That's why I wanted to do that, so you can see the white flowers. Okay. So, let's talk about personal change. You know, I talked with Dave for a while on the phone and was telling him about the kind of unusual or odd phenomenon I'm experiencing lately of being overall kinds of the recovering from all the dramatic shit that went down, but not really settled into a new norm of playing and enjoying myself. And it's hard to settle into a new norm when you have an unreliable speed supply. It's like you either do it regularly or you don't, and when it's completely unreliable, your cycles get all screwed up, and it's really kind of irresponsible of those people to allow that to happen.
Seriously.
But I don't know who to blame. Nobody else really does either,
Yeah.
B vitamins, huh? They're pretty important. Thus, he would possess her as a god possesses his creatures whom he lays hold of in the guise of a monster or an owl, of an invisible spirit or a state of ecstasy. Pauline Rage, Story of O. Well, anyway, we managed to get quite a few things done today despite the absence of speed. But I feel like I'm missing a little supercharged energy.
Yeah.
Lamau, I take it as a compliment. I do very often think of you as well, of course, and naturally the whole gang, 100%. I'll probably hop on stream for a bit tonight. Doliste and I were both early on were eaten alive by bugs until we did the vitamin regimen. Son Eric and his father were left completely alone. I'm not sure their blood types were tased, but we'll check later. Well, we should get a lot of B vitamins. We eat a lot of meat. But we could take B vitamins. It would be good for us to do so. We should take B vitamins. Mr. Bobby, sup?
So, Mr. Bobby?
Have you considered investing in DEET? We have off and things like that here. We've not used it because we normally just go inside when the mosquitoes start bugging us.
Yeah.
At the moment, we're enduring them more than we normally would. They're like just barely not too bad, but they still bug me. I don't want them around, obviously.
Got him.
I got that one. That's a dead one. One fewer of these horrible pests to bother us. So we have to go and tell the people at the yard sale thing tomorrow, like, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't actually have a yard sale. We signed up for it, and then we didn't follow through and do it, and blah, 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 blah. And that feels horrible, but, if I kill this mosquito, it'll be better. Bam.
Nice.
Got him. Good thing they're not very fast flyers.
Yeah.
Him too.
Nice.
We'll just kill them all, and then there won't be any more mosquitoes. And that'll be the solution to our mosquito problem.
Yeah, that'll be the solution.
I had, although I don't seem to see them anymore, but I had a bunch of various little scabs around, like this one, where mosquitoes had bitten me. That's a fly. All right, let's get the fire going. Come on, mosquitoes. Bring it. I will fire you to death in the fiery flames of death. Where are you? Where are you, filthy vermin? These fucking things. They run away, and then as soon as you turn off the fire, they come back.
Yep.
We can add to the list of crimes of the mosquito cowardice.
Cowardice.
That one died a hero. But most of them were cowards.
Hi, Samuel Vincente.
Samuel Vincente. I believe it's Vincente.
Vincente.
Hopefully they're sending their friends a message. Hey, everybody, watch out. This guy's going to burn you to death with fire.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, to their mosquito friends. They probably think we're dragons.
They probably do. I mean, I would if I was an insect.
Filthy blood-sucking swine. They're the chupacabras of the insect world. Persistent motherfucker, huh?
No.
That guy is fire scared. That guy is not a coward, that one.
No, that one's not a coward. He's like, oh yeah, I'm going to sit closer.
Yeah, well, they figured out they can't get too close to your face, so they
Yeah.
have to. If they stay really close to you, then they're protected from the fiery flames of justice. But believe you me, I will wreak justice on these fucks. Now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do as well. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get two things: my cigarettes and a special swatter.
Ooh, a special swatter. I don't even know what this could be. Oh, God. Like, they're not, I'm not even sure if they're on me and I feel them. Mosquitoes. Ugh. I think I'm typo, Mr. Bobby, I believe, and I think Eric said he's typo as well. Ah, God. Here he comes with the super swatter. Ooh. It's an old bat.
Fine mesh swatter, so it's small enough to get mosquitoes. Sometimes old tech is best, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, fire's great, but swatting them Did I get it?
No.
Swatting them will be good though too. Because you gotta, well, you don't have to wait for them to land. You can swat them out of the air. You know.
Yeah, you can swat them while they're in the air.
What could I do to be more like an ENTP? Why would you want to be more like an ENTP? What qualities of ENTPs do you like that you'd like to see more of in yourself? That you believe are qualities of ENTPs? Because I think it's important to remember that there's lots of things that suck about being an ENTP. It's not all roses and killing mosquitoes in the woods. Oh, you fuckers. Joe. These guys are surprisingly tough to get.
Yeah, they really are. Oh, he's on your head.
Get him. I mean, the thing is, anybody would want to have my life right now. I mean, we have a great life, right?
Yeah, we
But
do.
you gotta remember, that's despite me being an ENTP, not because of it.
Yeah.
You know, my biggest problem is that I can't kill these mosquitoes with my fiery flames sometimes.
Yeah. Mosquitoes.
Okay. They disappear. They disappear as soon as you get the fire out. There's one. Well, fire is a difficult weapon to use against the mosquitoes because you're always thinking, gosh, I hope I don't burn Rachel. Die. After this cigarette, we're going back inside.
Okay.
This is the most mosquito-iest time of the day. Here's another little bug over here. That one seems to look more like a velvet ant, but it's kind of like halfway between the beetle and the velvet ant. Do you see it? Can you look on your phone and see if you can see it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what is that?
This appears to be dying. It pulled its legs in to play dead when I touched it with a stick. Maybe it's just entering its post-larval phase. Who knows? So, thoughts on another bug? So I don't know if you've ever played serious bingo at a senior center before.
Oh my god.
But let me tell you, it's not like what you imagine. It's like kind of half-assed, whatever. They got this thing TE'd to the
Oh my
nines.
gosh, it was so much tea. I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought that we were gonna go to, like, you know, like how some churches have like a bingo thing, and it's just like,
Well, I say it was very TE. I'm giving it a compliment. It was very well TE.
yeah, no, I know.
Trying to keep track of all that shit is difficult, and they made it streamlined as much as possible, and they did a great job.
So, I'm thinking maybe we should, if we're gonna do the bingo thing, that we should let the community center know, because they were pretty packed last night.
Yeah, well, we'll see how many people. I mean, not like we're bringing 100 people.
No, no, no.
Okay, let's go inside. Can you open that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're back inside the house, away from the mosquitoes. It's important to be away from the mosquitoes. Okay, now we're going to play a game called Cut Off My Pants. I am sick and tired of these horrible pants with this big hole in them. So I'm just going to cut them loose.
Ooh la la. Look at that leg.
Okay,
Free! You're free!
that's one leg off. Now let's do the other leg. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to go like this. There we go. And then we just cut down. Here's a very sharp knife. Don't want to cut myself. And just poke it through here. Having a very sharp knife makes this easy. Without a very sharp knife, this is a difficult job. There.
Nice job.
There's my other pant leg. And now I have, instead of a pair of longs that keeps bugging the shit out of me, a nice pair of shorts.
They look great on you.
You might call them capris.
I don't think they're capris.
Isn't that how long capris are? Or are they longer than that? They go down to here.
I don't know.
That's a question for the chat, everybody. Are my pants capris?
I get the capri pants confused with Bermuda shorts.
Do these count as capris? That is a question that's up for debate right now here on Talking with Famous People. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Oh, Michelle Way says capri is below the
I
knee.
thought so. Capri's below the knee, so you don't have capris.
Okay, well, that's good because you can't wear capris after Memorial Day. It's a little known fashion rule. Oh, there, now we can see. Now we can see the chat more easily while we're streaming. A lot more easily.
A lot.
Just between the knee and the ankle. Well, I can tell you I feel liberated from those horrible legs. This one, the hole was so big, my knee kept getting caught in it and making it even bigger. This leg, it had a thing on the bottom that kept getting caught on my heel, making it difficult to walk around. So needless to say, it was a suboptimal pair of pants. You know, the job of my pants is to cover my torso, my lower parts. And if there's big holes in it, some people may be like, that's fashionable. But to me, it's like my pants aren't doing their job right.
I think I'm gonna lay in bread. Do you care?
No, that's fine. You go lay in bed. I'm going to go pee in the toilet. Come on, I'll take you guys with me. Not into the bathroom. You can look over here. I don't want you to be shocked and alarmed by any inappropriateness. Hopefully, nothing inappropriate is in the dining room right now. We try to keep only appropriate things in the dining room. Oh, that feels good.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, darling. It's a juicy urination.
Can I give you a kiss?
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you too. I'm experiencing my urination coronation. I'm being crowned the king of going pee. Ah. Tinkle, tinkle, mighty cock, while you tinkle, I will rock. I'm rocking right now. There, I'm done. I'm done going pee. You guys thought, wow, that was great. And you were right to think that. Finally, I got you guys thinking the right things. You know what? Thinking the wrong things is one of the number one causes of wrongness in America today. It's right up there with failing to think the right things. Okay, here we go. I thought he was non-denominational. We're getting a, what you call it, an officiant. Let's see if Samuel Vicente answered my question. I said, Why do you want to be an ENTP? You like to debate? Well, debating is all well and good, but it sort of comes with that skill, but not necessarily, you know. Whether or not you want to engage in adversarial discourse has probably more to do with your enneagram body type than it does with, by which I mean, you know, 8, 9, or 1, than it does with your personality type. Like, there could be an ENTP Enneagram 9 who doesn't like to engage in adversarial discourse, but may do so in his own head, you know? No one wants to be an ESTJ. I think it would be pretty nice, actually. But, I don't know. The thing is, ESTJs get success, but what they get in conjunction with it is a lot of stress and worry, you know? They're good at getting things accomplished. They're good at getting their plans followed through on, getting goals accomplished, whatnot. But it means they're stressed out a lot about those kind of things. Think what might go wrong, you know? There's infinite possible things that could happen that could disrupt their plans, and their third slot extroverted intuition is always trying to prevent anticipatable problems from being unanticipated. Well, it's definitely the case, Michelle, that there is no personality type that can be an abuser of childhood, a survivor of childhood abuse that is not very much shaped and damaged by that abuse. It's worse if you have SI in the front stack. You got it second, so that's unfortunate. Not your fault, obviously. So, something that should never, ever, ever, ever happen. But unfortunately, it's something that does sometimes happen, and it ruins people, you know, or at least it damages them significantly. That's why I implemented a rule around here. No child abuse. We don't have any children, but if we did, it'd be a firm rule. Yeah, for anyone. There's no disputing that childhood abuse is something that is beyond the scope of personality type to meaningfully discuss. You can discuss how it manifests, the harms manifest in somewhat different ways in different types, but ultimately it's very difficult to overcome childhood trauma and be what might be deemed like an actualized or optimized identity. It damaged core things that you needed to develop correctly in an early stage of development, and without the structures properly in place, it makes it very difficult for survivors of childhood abuse to not be defined by that childhood abuse. I'm sure I was somewhat defined by my childhood empowerment. I was always told the right kind of messages from my parents, like, be what you want to be, and, we support you, and we love you, and we think you're good, and we like you, and, I always got those core messages of genuine parental love. Sometimes my dad and I didn't really understand each other. But in some ways, we understood each other perfectly. Yeah, I am very lucky. I'm obscenely lucky, and it makes me question the authenticity of things. Makes me think there's a simulation going on. I'm just very, very lucky. And of course, Rachel and I are going to get married in just about 1 month from today. It's June 3rd. Okay, so a month and a week, 5 weeks from today. That's pretty soon. And it's weird to see. It's been really strange, out of character, uh, slabby, the way that Rachel and I have gotten so many things done uh, in the last 9 months, let's say. In the last 9 months, we've gotten an incredible amount of SE accomplished. Just looking at it objectively from a third party perspective, we sold a house, we bought a house, we moved in, we got snowed in, we got homeowner things done like fixing broken shit and getting somebody to snow plow our driveway, and getting a marriage license, putting together all this wedding stuff. We've just done an incredible amount of actual SE shit, and yet I still am feeling like at a deficit in those areas. Stop dodging questions, CJ O'Connell. You question dodger. You immediately provide answer. Do you think that God's love is unconditional? It's a good question. Stop dodging that question, CJ. Stop dodging. Yes or no? And no, maybe aloud. Do you think God's love is unconditional? Well, yeah, I do. But I don't think that forgiveness is unconditional. What do you think about that answer, Mr. Bobby? What do you think about that answer? What do you think about my answer? God's love is unconditional, but forgiveness is not. I'll say it again. God's love is unconditional, but forgiveness is not. It is a good question. And my answer is great, too. A good question deserves a great answer, and that's what I gave you. For years to come, people will say, wow, what a great answer Eric gave that time. Well, see, I would say what CJ is saying that's forgiveness is conditional on that, and on repentance, and asking for forgiveness, right? Actual genuine accountability. God likes accountability. That's what I think. It's scoundrels who try to avoid being accountable that make me shake my fist and say, ooh, you scoundrels. It looks like it's time for more cutlets. I haven't given them cutlets since this morning, so they're probably anxious for some cutlets. Let me give them some. Is this on a safe or something? All right, you cutlet lovers. Here I come with 2 straight cups of cutlets. Okay. Okay. I've given the cutlet lovers some cutlets. These pants, I need to put a belt on with them. They fall down too much. Like old people in Life Alert commercials. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty with it. I'm feeling like I hang out with a pretty with it crowd with you guys, You guys are pretty with it, You're not square. You're down with what's hip. Like me, you only wear runway couture. My wedding dress costs a lot more than Rachel's. I'm wearing something that's just pure couture. It's like all lace here. You could almost see everything with just little circles covering my nipples. And then it's not even like a dress. It's like a sheer pants with flower embroidered lace going down. It's like skin tight. That's what I'm going to wear to the wedding. I saw it on the TV at the couture bridal gown store. I want that for me. No, I'm going to wear this, actually. I'm just kidding. I'll wear a suit or something, Something wedding appropriate. Maybe I'll even go get a nice suit, Everyone will be like, damn, Eric look all bespoke and shit. And then I'll smile with my missing teeth. It'll be an excellent juxtaposition. All looks fantastic except for one part of me which will look like a tweaker's trailer. That'd be funny. I like this Charlie Brown shirt. I'm digging it. It's got a pocket and everything. Rachel got this for me. I'm not gonna lie, Rachel's made a few mistakes lately. But she's making a comeback with these flip-flops. She got me these flip-flops today, and, you know, after what can only be called the Levi's fiasco, in which we got like 4 pairs of jeans, none of which fit me. She's trying to recapture her normal, impeccable form by adjusting to my size challenges. Like long sleeve shirts, their sleeves usually aren't long enough for me. She's got one of those for me. I have to wear it with the sleeves rolled up or not at all. So, she's going through a bit of a slump here in terms of her clothes buying for Eric. But I believe she's on the rebound. No, you may not have me as your dinner. Not without dying. There. I got rid of that one. These ballsy little fucks. If they knew any better, they know. I'm going to pow, pow. I'm going to get them. They're not going to get away from my fists of fury. So many things to do around here. So much to do. Only 5 weeks to do it all. I got to get this place in tip-top shape. It's got a lot of painting to do. Got to get this fucking gray stuff off this wall. I might even have to paint the wall. If I do, I'm matching the trim. I'm going to match the trim, the wall match the trim. But if I can get it to look fine just as a regular wall, that's fine too. I just don't like this dumb fucking flaking gray stuff, For a bunch of flaking gray stuff, it's proved vigorous opponent. It is like hard to get some of it off. Some of it's easy to get off. Well, this is the joys of home ownership plus being an intuitard, It's like everything's hard. Everything is like, oh, do I have the persistence to do this? I don't have a history of good follow-through on things that require a lot of persistence. But I think I do. I got the persistence, Maybe tomorrow, after we do our yard sale thing we got to do, maybe I'll get to work on that, try to get the rest of that gray stuff off. I'm going to try to use the pressure washer as little as possible. We'll get a scraper on there, but I'll have to get the pressure washer out again, and then while I got that out, I might as well squirt down those wasp nests from way up there. I bet I could reach it with the pressure washer. If not, then I could climb on a ladder, and I bet I could reach it with a pressure washer. It is very high up. So, and I gotta wash these little ball things here. They're up here. They're dirty. So much to do. Just one Eric to do it all. These little ball things. I need to wash those things. It's like, hi. Who told your little ball things to get so dirty? You mosquitoes just never learn your lesson. That's the problem with you. If you learned your lesson, it would be different. But instead, you just insist on repeating the same mistake. Oh, the cat wants to come outside. Come on. Come on outside. Of course, it looks like a shithole around here because I'm in the middle of projects. There's this gray shit everywhere. There's seeds everywhere. It just depresses me to look at it. But then, that's why they put up those signs, pardon our dust. Because you can't help but getting things dirty while you're in the middle of doing things. I like these flip-flops. These are a win, Rachel. You're gaining back your former glory with these fine flip-flops. See if I can walk back far enough so you can see them. Here's a little dance for you. This is a little dance I do. Here's a little dance for you. First your left arm, then your right arm, and then hooray. What do you guys think? Is it Oscar award-winning choreography? I think it is. I think it's Oscar worthy. Or at least Golden Globe worthy. Do they have a Golden Globe for choreography? If so, I hope Justin and Brittany's choreographer won it. He deserved it. He deserved it for making them have a dance-off. There. Now that cigarette works. It just took a little ingenuity and some persistence, and I was able to smoke this cigarette. They call this the golden hour because the lighting's so wonderful. See how well lit I am? Can't you imagine me acting in a scene in a movie? Well, little Timmy, your grandma's gone and she ain't never coming back. But you and me and grandma too, we'll always have this sunset. And scene. What do you think? What do you think? Oscar award-winning acting now too? Wow, I'm winning a lot of Oscars this year. I predicted winning 0 Oscars, so I'm doing a lot better than I thought. I'm wearing Kenneth Cole. This is my red carpet outfit. Who are you wearing? Kenneth Cole. He's the chic designer that made this look. If you call it, the Charlie Brown Couture. Rachel's dressed fabulously in her Michael Kors dress. He normally doesn't make dresses, but he made an exception for her. And then she's got a Kate Spade bag and a Kentucky Derby Day hat. She got that one from the Sith Lord. That's Rachel's outfits at the Oscars as we go down the red carpet to where I can go win my award for choreography and acting. You guys keep an eye out for me this year at the Academy Awards. They already passed? I think they already passed. I'm not sure. I don't keep track of awards season. Maybe I should. Maybe that's a character flaw of mine. Maybe that makes me worse than Hitler. But we can't be sure. Oh, the Jimmy Choo shoes? No, she's going to have shoes that are handcrafted by the ghost of Isaac Mizrahi. Is he dead? He's dead, right? I know you don't, but even with these comments now, it's like you're insinuating I do. Well, if that's what you're trying to do, please stop because I'm not and I don't. It's shaking my head. There's some FE tool doing its job, clearing up possible misunderstandings, politely and kindly trying to find common ground and reciprocity. I am not high enough for this. Well, maybe you should get more high then. That's what I'm going to do. I have a solution for you. There. First you pack a bowl in the biggity bowl. And then you light your lighter like siggity so. You suck it up in. And then in the end, you pulled yourself a bong rip. And blow it out. I agree you don't dodge questions, CJ. I'm giving you the Boy Scout badge for question responder. You answer questions, you answer the questions that are asked. You're no dodger. There. I have voiced my full support for your reliability in addressing questions. Like, what's your favorite flower, CJ? Tell me, what is your favorite flower? Do you have a favorite flower? Bobby, I'm asking the questions now, okay? Important questions. I think it's chrysanthemum. I think that's CJ's favorite flower. That's my guess. Nightshade? Carmen Smith, is that really a flower? Aren't you really just talking about eggplant? You can't say eggplant's your favorite flower. Rhododendrons. Just give him a second, Mr. Bobby. I'm the only one who's allowed to demand instantaneous response. Potatoes? That's not a flower. I mean, they have flowers on potato plants, I guess, but they're not very exciting. I'm going with hydrangeas. Rhododendrons are fine. I'm not dissing rhododendrons. You make a fine choice there, Adnan. But, nevertheless, you're wrong. The best flowers are freaking hydrangeas. It's hard to remember their name. Hydrangeas. Okay? So I'm sorry you were wrong about what the best flower is. but I like your choice. It reminds me of rhinoceroses. Sorta cool. You're just having hydrangea envy, Karma's Pimp. I know you. I know how you are. You're just displaying your hydrangea envy. I'm not sure what the cure for hydrangea envy is, but I know what I got to do every time Rachel suffers from penis envy. I have to, cure her of that by giving her access to penis. I like the self-pollinators. I'll ask you all types of questions, Mr. Bobby. Mr. Bobby, what is your favorite soda? Is it Coke? Is it root beer? Is it Dr. Pepper? Is it orange soda? What? Tell us the answer. Sprite and Fanta. So you're not a brown soda person. Are you racist against brown sodas? You believe that brown soda should just be wait staff and bringing you drinks? Your clear and orange sodas? We currently have a lot of Pepsi. I need to recover from that bong rip a little bit. The thing is, you should never do what I just did. You pack enough for it to pull through in one bowl. Okay, so well, to avoid that happening, you should not try to finish partially smoked bowls. You should try to pack it so you pull it all through. And if there's leftover, don't try to finish that bowl. If you are going to try to finish that bowl, blow out the chambered smoke first. I didn't follow any of those rules right there. And that's what happens. So take that lesson to the bank there. Don't do what Eric just did. It's not a good way to pull bowls. Yeah. Well, obviously, you know, even expert shooters sometimes miss the target. One of the most shocking things about it is to realize how easily we've lost a world that seems so safe and certain. That's a good quote. Oh yeah, well, if he's in the business of keeping my lungs safe, then how about it? It's best to think of my lungs as experienced, benefiting from years of experience. They're experts in their field. Yeah, bad bong riffs don't play. So, well, I know better. I dug my own bed. Now I have to reap what I've sown. Now I have to reap it. I've dug my own bed, now I have to reap in it. That's a good mixed metaphor. Rachel and I going to an A's game again this month, 15th or so. So you're not that many days from now. Uh, it's going to be exciting. We're going to make a homemade sign that says the Shea Langoliers Fan Club. We're going to stand up when it says at bat, and we're going to cheer loudly for him and say encouraging things like, "You can do it, Shea Langoliers," and "You get him this time, Shea Langoliers," and "Good try" when he strikes out. Things like that. And then hopefully with our sign, and if we both have Shea Langoliers jerseys on, then we'll get on TV. And people will say, "I wonder why those guys are the Shea Langoliers fan club." They won't know the answer. The answer is because we like Shea Langoliers for no reason. He's not a good hitter. He's just a competent defensive catcher. He does have good speed for a catcher. He can leg out a bunt single occasionally, maybe steal a base even, which is unusual for a catcher. So that's an advantage he has. Um, Biggest disadvantage, of course, is his difficulty making contact at the plate with the ball. He likes to swing over the ball, under the ball, not swing at strikes, wildly wildly lunge at balls way out of the strike zone. He's he's a little strikeout prone. But I think with Rachel and my encouraging cheering, he's going to have a great game. And if he could to get to third base while we're right there in the third baseline box, we could really cheer for him then. We could hold up our sign, our towel that says Shea Langoliers Fan Club, and we could shout and yell, "Good job, Shea Langoliers! We're rooting for you. We're wishing you well." I believe you dodged my flower question, CJ. Pretty sure you did. What are my thoughts on Mr. Girl? I don't know who Mr. Girl is. This is not why bongs suck, CJ. You missed the point of that lecture entirely. This is why Eric doing it wrong sucks. Okay? Now, you dodged my flower question. I asked you what your favorite kind of flower was, and you never answered it. So, right now, seems like Bobby's winning the point. You are a question dodger. Yeah, what's your favorite flower? Okay, so I packed that one a little bit too big. The smart thing to do is this. Don't play around. Don't play around with used old bong rip. Nobody wins when you play with old bong rips. Just put it out. Well, then I don't like him. Meet the sister of Alex Rodriguez's girlfriend who is engaged to the A's Shea Langoliers. Roses. Okay, well, I'll accept that answer. You did not dodge the question. You gave me a distinct answer. Sure, it's a bit of a boring choice. It's like, what kind of clothes do you like? Pants? It's kind of like that, CJ. That's how bland of an answer it is. But it is directly responsive to the question. Nobody can accuse you of dodging the question. So your status as question non-dodger is hereby reinstated. Okay. Everybody getting champagne out to celebrate CJ's reinstatement as a non-dodger of questions. I know I am. I celebrate all of CJ's accomplishments with champagne. Non-alcoholic champagne, of course. Ah, the challenges of life. Many are the ways of the world that challenge you every day with different challenges. Oh, you have to call that person. Oh, you have to call that person. Oh no, you gotta call another person? Oh, these are the challenges we face all the time. Don't feel alone. Even a famous YouTube star like me feels these same challenges. There's some people coming down the road, but they stopped and turned back. So, I don't know. They saw me and they turned right around. Maybe they're visiting the neighbors or something. There's a lot of mosquitoes right now. It's annoying. I don't even have my torch to get them. All I can do is wait for them to land and then smash them to death. Like this guy. Ugh. This guy. This guy. There's a lot of mosquitoes right now. But I'm going to kill them all. I'm going to kill mosquitoes because I hate mosquitoes and I want them to die. Horrible little creatures. This is the disadvantage of short pants over long pants, of course. You open yourself up to a mosquito attack on multiple fronts. Well, one front and one back. On each leg. It qualifies as multiple fronts either way you look at it. Although you might say multiple's too grandiose a claim for two. There's actually a case going forward about that defamation case against some major newspaper. Somebody had two instances of something and they reported it as multiple. The plaintiff lost, fortunately, so It seems fair to call 2 multiple. I mean, it's not singular. Well, it's multiple. Two is, in fact, a multiple of 2 and 1. So you should remember that when you're talking about multiplicity. Like I was saying the other day, I don't remember if it was on the stream or if I was just chatting with Rachel, but I forget about how the word difference means the remainder after you've minus a smaller number from a bigger number, or any number from any other number. We use the word difference as a indicator of qualitative distinction, but we should remember that's metaphorical, that really it's a quantitative distinction. It's kind of incorrect, therefore, to say there's a difference between 2 things that are actually different from each other, you know? To have a proper difference, you've got to have 2 instances of things in the same units. We have to have a unit commonality to have a difference. Like the difference between the big apple and the small apple is 2 ounces. Well, that's because they share a unit commonality of weight in ounces. Instead, most people most of the time use the word difference in the most metaphorical, least meaningful way. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just is. Who's a psyop? Katharine Hepburn? Katharine Hepburn was a psyop to make shaky voices more normalized in America. I'm Katharine Hepburn. And I talk with a shaky voice. That is an interesting psyop. I kind of approve of that psyop to make shaky voices more acceptable among the general populace. I think Christopher Walken is also a psyop to normalize talking like he does. I can't really do his voice, but Audrey Hepburn doesn't talk like that. Oh, Beauregard, I'm Audrey Hepburn. She was on Golden Pond. You should see on Golden Pond. It also has not Henry Ford, but, or what's his name? Henry Fonda in it. It has Henry Fonda in it. It's got Katharine Hepburn. And it's got a young Pauly Shore. Young Pauly Shore in his debut. He wheezes his first juice on Golden Pond. Little known cinema facts. Yes, he really stole the show, playing himself as young Pauly, also known as the Weasel. How many of you would refuse to vote for a shaky voice president such as RFK Jr.? I don't know. Hopefully my voice won't be shaky. Hello, my fellow Americans, and how's it going? My name's Eric. Pleased to meet you all. Got a few things to say. First, good job voting for me. You did an excellent job. Second, well, I guess we got a lot of stuff to do. We'll deal with that later. Right now, I'm just chilling watching the baseball game like everybody else, right? This is the sort of thing that I want my presidency to convey to everybody. Even though I'm president, I'm still a regular American guy like anybody else. So, when there's nothing super urgent going on, I'm probably just chilling watching the basketball game or whatever, like everybody else is. Maybe live stream during it. Have a Dodgers-Yankees watch party. Of course, probably everyone would be like, shouldn't you be doing more important stuff? And I'd be like, what do you want me to do? Just stick my fingers in everything all the time? No, I don't think so. Did Rachel have any feedback about my vision for her hat? I wonder. My vision for my own dress? Maybe not. She may be asleep already. She may have said, I advise I'm going to sleep. It only goes back so far. Can't see back there. Well, thank you for your good remembering, Mr. Bobby. You're like a world champion rememberer. The best depiction of what? The best depiction of Katharine Hepburn is done by Martin Short. I believe he does the pinnacle of Katharine Hepburn. Let me see if I can find a link for you. Martin Short, Katharine Hepburn. Where's a good? I want to see like SNL. Here is a. Yeah. Let me get the link. I'm gonna pause it and go back to the beginning. And this is a link. You guys can watch it yourself. I'm going to put mute on this if I can. That's a great Katharine Hepburn imitation. If you've watched that, you agree with me. That is the world's best Katharine Hepburn imitation. He sounds just like Katharine Hepburn. Okay, I'm gonna call it a stream. I'm gonna push this little X here. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Your special Sunday morning, just tomorrow morning. A special time will be notable by Eric and I, Rachel and I, getting up and doing stuff. All right. Goodbye. Good night. Good night. I love you. Don't forget to eat plenty of meow.